Welcome to the His House. It goes down at the motherfucking His House. You like being at the motherfucking His House, where you get celebrity tea and gossip, make predictions. We sip tea and per tea live on stream, not edited, straight off the dome. And we sip tea at the His House, get lit at the motherfucking His House, sip tea and hear all about it. Let the DJ motherfucking His House. You heard me? Yeah. What's up? Welcome to DK His House with my parties and my lovelies. How you doing? How you feeling? Well, now that I know you're doing pretty lovely, let's get into this pretty one. Me, we're here to talk about food stamps and SNAP benefits and how they impact by government shutdown. And it's going to Fox 4 Dallas Fort Worth. So definitely let me know how you feel about it. I'm going to give you my opinion on how I feel about the situation. To be honest, I don't really see that it's going to affect many people. The only people that's going to affect, in my opinion, is the people that who have abused it or who don't need it. So yeah, let's get into it. Because there's plenty of people that I know who haven't been affected.
Out for an extension to healthcare subsidies that are set to expire. Republicans are expected to put forward a bill to pay only troops and still federal employees, but that is also unlikely to pass. The House has not even convened since the shutdown started. State health officials.
And I really think it's crazy that they're having a shutdown because they're saying the shutdown is only because they want to give funding to people who are not American citizens. So that's funny to me that you would shut down a whole system, government, society for people who are not even citizens and people who are suffering from pay cuts and stuff like that. So these are people that we voted for who rather see other people with funds and apparently us with not funds. So I'm confused. Not really because that's why I didn't vote for those people. But to be honest, I didn't really vote the last election. But it definitely wouldn't have been for those people. So yeah, they needed to get it together. I guess their checks are not that valuable to them. Probably because a lot of them have money under the table stored up, but there's plenty of people who are American citizens who do not have funds and stuff stored up, who do need those checks and who do need that income. Allegedly, this isn't just alleged tea per me, but we need to get it together because people got stuff to do.
Assistance could be cut off for millions if the government does not reopen in a few days.
Tisa Mazinga joins us in studio with a look at.
And I know that people have talked about the fact that they don't even have access to the app anymore, which I find to be not true because I know there's plenty of people who do have access to the app and who still are said to get their funding. So that's what's confusing is for me because it's like people are spreading these false narratives like there's nobody getting anything. There's plenty of people who are getting stuff. People whose stamps were not interfered with, who were not cut off. I just think that they're just reevaluating people that who are on it, from those who need it, those who don't, those who own it illegally, and they're prioritizing it for people who actually need them. So if you or don't see the app functioning, it's probably because you don't deserve to have them. And yet people maybe come on there like I was on this for 13 years, getting my stamps and stuff. My kids gotta eat, and I'm going to go in and bombard and shut down and steal food if they don't give me my food. That's the problem. You already are showing that you don't deserve them because you want to take, regardless if you deserve it or not. See, you got a criminal mindset. So if you get locked up, then your family gonna definitely be without food because you gonna be locked up and nobody gonna be there to feed them besides the system. So don't do dumb stuff for a temporary gain. Like, let's be for real. Don't go in there and try to steal food that you didn't pay for. And then don't expect that you're not gonna get locked up or something incriminating that could happen to you because it definitely can, which is crazy. Because you definitely can get locked up. You definitely can go to jail when you do or commit heinous acts or criminal activity. And like I said, there's plenty of people who are still getting assistance, and their assistance has not been stopped. And then on top of that, on top of that, if you've been on it for 13 years, then you've had plenty of time to get yourself together. The times that I've had it in the past, times that I deserve feel like people deserve to have it, is when you actually need it, meaning um meaning if it takes 13 years to get off of it, get yourself together, you may not deserve it, basically. So okay, well maybe some people's stuff is not working. Okay. Okay, got a message that yeah, some people's stuff may not be working, but regardless, at the end of the day, we are grown women, grown people. You should be able to get you food together out of nothing. They got red beans and rice that you can make that are very inexpensive. To maybe a $2 or $3 meal. They have black eyed peas, sweet potatoes, canned good items that you can make a meal out of. Very inexpensive $5 meals for a whole family. They have pinto beans, cornbread. That's a whole meal. Maybe a little ground meat, if any. Maybe $7, $8 feed the whole family. Like they got rice, they got chicken. Maybe $10 feed the whole. Like there's food choices that you can get until they work this stuff out. Just get a week's worth of food or 2 weeks worth of food and make this stuff stretch until they figure this stuff out. Because at the end of the day, it's people that some people voted for that are messing this up. And no, I feel like they're going to eventually work it out. So no, I'm not worried. I don't feel like it's going to be a long-term thing. And if it is a long-term thing, I do feel like they need to let people out of the office. I do realize there's been another election going on, even though I didn't even really vote for that. You know, I probably should have, and I don't know if it's still going on. But it's just like I don't really keep up with politics like that. But I'm not worried. I'm not stressed, and I really don't feel like you need to worry and stress as long as you're doing what you need to do and using your brain to figure out different ways to make your coin stretch. I feel like you're gonna be good until they work things out, figure things out, and move forward.
The concerning situation. Ticia.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Lawmakers have less than a week to reopen the government before the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, could impact families ahead of the holidays. Now, the U.S. Department of Agriculture sent a letter.
Which is very, unfortunate, because the holidays just are approaching, but that's actually going to be in a couple more weeks. So it's like I do realize candy has gone up significantly, but you also can still go to the dollar store and get candy as well. And still have a good trick or treat if you want to. There's ways around different stuff, and I feel like a lot of people don't use their brains. They don't think. So a lot of times people are stressed because they don't think. They're used to people taking care of them, used to people doing things for them, this used to living out the system. And you as a grown person can't do that for the rest of your life. You just can't. Like you gotta own up to being an adult and handle your business. Don't expect people for you. And if you can't, then don't blame nobody but yourself.
To state agencies on Friday. It said there will not be enough funds to pay November SNAP program if the government shutdown continues past October 27. The program provides help for 42 million people across the country. Clarissa Clark with the North Texas Food Bank says they already had a game plan before the government shutdown.
So like I said before, a million Americans are going with possibly without food for the holidays because they want people who committed crimes to come to the country illegally to get those funds, and they shut down things until that is done, which I find to be unfair. So Americans once again are having to take a back seat to their funds and to what they need because people are taking advantage of the system and not putting them top priority, which is very sad, very unfortunate. But at the end of the day, I don't think you should worry or stress because you're gonna always be good. And if you know, like I know, most of you should know how to stretch a dollar and make a dollar out of 15 cents to make stuff stretch. Even if you gotta, maybe it's a way to bring families back together. Instead of cooking separate meals here, separate meals there, separate meals there, if you focus on one or two dishes and bring that to a family gathering or friends giving gathering, that way you can say that you still have, and everybody's good and happy. And because a lot of people have fallen off with their family and friends, sadly enough. But maybe this is a way to get people back in each other's good grace. So what do y'all think? Let me know in the comments down below.
She also says she anticipates every area will see an increase of people if SNAP benefits don't come next month.
Luckily, we were able to purchase our USDA food through December in September, so we will get our food. It's going to just put more pressure on our agency partners who are already seeing this because of high costs of living.
The North Texas.
And there's still charities out there who do serve meals around the holidays. You just gotta look for signs for that. If you are not able to afford or work something out, they give plates of food if that's what you gotta do for this year. I mean, because I don't feel like next year we'll have the same issue, but if you do, there's organizations who donate turkeys and Thanksgiving items, and they also feed people during this time. So you can always Google, look for these types of businesses and charities who are willing to help aid in that particular situation, because usually Thanksgiving food leaves leftovers. You have plates of food left over, so that should give you another week or something of food as well. Eating leftovers, or at least half a week. You know, I'm not too good for leftovers. I feel like you can definitely make something shake. They probably have recipes for Thanksgiving leftovers that you can Google as well, and just try different things and see what you come up with. What was I gonna say? I also have heard of money coming to the American people soon, to where some people probably won't even miss it. Because some people are talking about they're getting $2,000 checks, could be getting more than that due to the tariffs. So I do feel like there's also money on the way. It just may not be right now, but I do feel like people will be compensated in some way or some fashion.
counties and has 500 agencies, partners that help distribute food to those in need. Well, lawmakers from both sides of the aisle are receiving backlash from withholding SNAP benefits. Now, other assistance programs to help the health insurance program are not impacted by the shutdown. For Good Day, I'm Ticia Muzinga.
Well, it seemed like some of those programs could be at risk too, because a lot of them get government funding, which is very sad and unfortunate. But where there's a will, there's a way, and I feel like most times we're always going to be provided for, so there's nothing really to stress about, in my opinion. Welcome to the He's Out. It goes down. Welcome to the He's Out. Where we go down. Welcome to the motherfucking He's Out. Sip, Steve.